Achilles, Greece's greatest warrior, the only mortal to ever defeat Ares in single combat, the son of a god who was raised by a centaur. But who was Achilles? The tale of Achilles starts as most great Greek tales start, with Zeus, the king of the gods. Zeus and Poseidon, the god of the sea, had both fallen in love with the sea nymph Thetis. Both were rivals for her hand in marriage. But the oracle tells the gods of a powerful prophecy. The prophecy foretold that Thetis would have a son that would grow up to be far greater than his father. Zeus, worried by this, arranged for Thetis to marry a mortal king named Peleus, and soon after, Achilles was born. Thetis gives birth to Achilles who, unlike her, is mortal. She attempts to make the baby Achilles immortal by dipping him in the river Styx, the river that runs through the underworld, while holding him by his heel. The only part of his body left untouched by the water becomes his only point of weakness, hence the phrase, Achilles' heel. Achilles' mother Thetis soon abandons her husband and son to return to live with the sea nymphs when Achilles is still young. Needing some help raising Achilles, Peleus sends him to be educated by a centaur named Chiron. Centaurs, who have the upper body of a human and the lower body and legs of a horse, are often represented in Greek art as violent and savage creatures. But Chiron was known for his wisdom and had educated other heroes, including Heracles and Jason. Under the care of Chiron, Achilles is fed a diet that includes the innards of lions and wild pigs, and the marrow of she-wolves to make him strong. Chiron teaches the young Achilles hunting, combat, music, and intellectual pursuits. Achilles soon becomes a great warrior, hunter, and leader, but he is about to change history. When Achilles is a young man, war breaks out with the Trojans. But a prophecy had foretold that Achilles would die at Troy. So when the Greek leaders gather for their campaign to return the abducted Helen of Troy, Achilles' parents attempt to prevent him joining the expedition. He is hidden on the island of Skyros, disguised as a girl at the court of King Lycomedes among his numerous daughters. However, due to another prophecy, the Greeks know they can only win the war with Achilles' help. The Greek kings Odysseus and Diomedes discover his whereabouts and trick him into revealing himself so he can join the troops on the expedition to Troy. Disguised as traveling salesmen, they visit the court with jewelry and women's clothes. Amongst the goods, they place weapons, which Achilles instinctively grabs and is found out. Achilles willingly joined the Greek forces in their campaign against Troy. Achilles arrives at Troy with 50 ships. He is the leader of an army known as the Myrmidons and is the best fighter on the side of the Greeks. His unparalleled combat skills and strength on the battlefield quickly made him a legendary figure among the Achaean army. However, his pride and quick temper were also well known, and they played a crucial role in his tragic story. Achilles' most defining moment came when Agamemnon, the leader of the Greek forces, offended him by taking his prized concubine, Briseis. In a fit of rage, Achilles withdrew from the battle, refusing to fight any longer. This decision had devastating consequences for the Greeks, as Achilles was their greatest warrior. After losing many battles, Agamemnon realizes his mistake. He sends an envoy bearing gifts and tries to make peace with Achilles. However, Achilles refuses, but he allows his close friend, Patroclus, to wear his armor and lead the Myrmidons into battle. The Trojan prince Hector mistakes Patroclus for Achilles and challenges him on the battlefield. Prince Hector kills Patroclus and discovers the deception. The death of Patroclus, Achilles' closest companion and possibly his lover, at the hands of the Trojan prince Hector, marked a turning point in the story. Consumed by grief and fury, Achilles returned to the battlefield seeking revenge. He challenged Hector to a one-on-one duel and emerged victorious, slaying the Trojan prince. After Hector's death, Achilles continued to rage through the Trojan ranks, and his wrath seemed boundless. However, his fate was sealed by an arrow shot by Paris that was guided by the god Apollo. The arrow struck Achilles in his only vulnerable spot, his heel, and he succumbed to his wounds. The death of Achilles brought about a profound shift in the course of the war. The Greeks, now united in their grief, redoubled their efforts, ultimately breaching the walls of Troy with the famous stratagem of the Trojan horse. Achilles' story is one of heroism, tragedy, and the complexities of human nature. His character embodies the conflict between personal honor and collective duty, and his legacy endures as one of the most enduring figures in Western literature and mythology.